Hello, people of the internet. It is I, GareBear890, back again with another collection video. So last time I showed my NES collection, small but beautiful. So it only makes sense that we move on to the SNES collection. That's right, the Super Nintendo follow-up to the NES. And it's an incredible console with a lot of incredible games. And so, yeah, I inherited this, luckily, and had a ton of fun with it back in the day, and have a ton of fun with it today. Now, quick story. So, once in a while, I can have a good idea. And so, back in like 2003, 2004, something like that, my brother and I were like, hey, you know what? We should buy like our favorite Super Nintendo games while they're cheap, because some of them might get kind of hard to find in the future. And so we went on eBay and we were finding all these games for just dirt cheap. But there was one that was a little, more than we wanted to spend, and that was Super Metroid, which everybody should own a copy of Super Metroid. But I remember it was going for about 25 bucks. But hey, to a couple of teenagers, that was too much at the time. So I remembered that my childhood best friend had a Super Nintendo and a bunch of games, including Super Metroid. So I called him up and I said, "Hey, me and my brother, are trying to get some of our favorite games, and didn't know if you would sell us Metroid." And he's like, here, hold on a second." So he like puts the phone down, comes back like a minute later, and he's like, "Do you just want my Super Nintendo and all the games?" And we're like, yes, yes, that would be wonderful." So yeah, he literally just gave me the Super Nintendo and all his games. Like pretty mind blowing and really generous. And so there's quite a few games that I have still to this day that are from him. So yeah, thank you, my friend. Okay, starting us off though is not a Super Nintendo game, but the Super Game Boy. So this grants the ability to play your Game Boy games on the big screen. And I got this from a friend of mine in a bundle for $2.50. Then we got Family Feud, which a good friend of mine gave to me for free. All right, and then this is one from my family's original collection growing up. And I don't think we ever really understood how to play this game correctly, Madden 94. We just like to tackle each other as many times as possible before it was time to select the next play. All right, and so this is one for my friend that he gave me for free, and that's Pac Man 2 The New Adventures. Remember, once we figured this one out, it's actually pretty fun and funny. But yeah, so $0 for that. All right, then we got The Rocketeer. This was one of my favorite movies growing up. So when I saw this in a retro game shop, I don't know why, but I wanted it. But I only paid $5.64 for it. It's not the greatest, but still. All right, so here's another one from my friend. We got Mechwarrior 3050. Um, our local grocery store, which rented games, along with movies, was having a blowout sale with their Super Nintendo games, and so we picked up some, and he picked up some. So this is one he picked up, and we thought was really cool. All right, and then this one is from my friend as well. That is The Lion King. Of course, you could always beat the first level, and then the second level was the song. And I remember when we finally figured out like the whole puzzle and how to do it correctly, like we were so excited. But I think that's as far as we ever got. All right, here's another one from my friend. The Power Rangers Fighting Edition. And this is actually a pretty solid fighting game. Got all the Zords in there and a lot of the villains. And anyways, it was pretty crazy. And then we got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which is a beat 'em up. I remember renting this back in the day, and then my friend gave it to me. Okay, and then this is one of my brother's like favorite shows, and so he really wanted this game, The Tick. So this one's like a beat 'em up, but they definitely captured the humor. So we got this one for about $2. All right, and then this is a game I actually really like, Rampart. Very unique and fun game. My brother discovered it somehow. I'll have to ask him, but he would rent it every so often, and we'd play it and just got a big kick out of it. So a couple years back, I was like, I want Rampart. I need to own that. So I got it for $16.12. Really fun multiplayer game. All right, then we got NBA Jam Tournament Edition, which I got in a bundle. $8.33. Now, I love NBA Jam, but this is the version I played, the original. So this was part of my family's collection. I would play this all the time. Great game. A lot of fun. Awesome catchphrases. And it even like saw a revival while I was in college. Me and my roommates got really into it, to say the least. All right, and then another one from my friend. We got Virtual Bart. Very funny and definitely captures the vibe of The Simpsons. But along with most Simpsons games, it is very challenging. All right, and then this is another one we would rent all the time. Beavis and Butthead. Not quite as challenging as like The Simpsons, but definitely was up there. But I remember that we would play this quite a bit, and we could finish some of the levels. But yeah, Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, I got this for about $2. Okay, then we got Clay Fighter. This was another one of my brother's favorites, and we'd play. I think it was just more the animation and the humor in this game. And we paid $0 for that. All right. Then we got Contra III, the Alien Wars, which we originally bought for about like $2, maybe it was like $3 off of eBay. But the copy worked, but it was just like beat to heck. And so I bought this copy in a retro game store. It was going for like $50, and they had it for 30, and it's just like pristine. And so I picked this up, and then I was able to sell the other copy for about like $32 or so. So, anyways, came out even on Contra 3. Really hard game, but really cool game. All right, and then this is one of my personal favorites growing up. Killer Instinct. Just everything about this game was just so friggin' cool. The cartridge, the music, which my brother actually like bought the soundtrack, and then we still have it to this day because it really is a solid soundtrack. So Killer Instinct was one we had growing up. So $0. All right, and then I think just about everybody had this game, Mortal Kombat 3. We had growing up. So yeah, $0. All right, and then if you didn't have Mortal Kombat, well, you definitely had Street Fighter 2. One of the most solid fighting games ever made. I always like to play as Blanca. Okay. Up next, we got Earthworm Jim. A hilarious series and one of my brother's favorites. I think the Super Nintendo was like where I really wasn't that good, so I would spend most of the time just watching my brother play games because he was a lot better, and we had a lot of fun. At least I did. So yeah, Earthworm Jim, $5 off of eBay, and then of course we're gonna get the sequel, Earthworm Jim 2. So about the same thing, $5. Okay, and then this one I got like a couple years back, and I'm glad I did because the price has gone up quite a bit, and that is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I really like the art style in this and the music. And so I was just always like meaning to pick this up. And so I did finally for $26.46. All right. And then this is one that I got in a bundle that I hung on to out of respect. But that is Rock and Roll Racing by Blizzard Entertainment, believe it or not. So yeah, just like a top-down racer game, pretty crazy. And then they have a lot of rock and roll. So, yeah, $8.33. All right, and then we got The Lost Vikings. Very unique kind of puzzle type game, also by Blizzard. And it's pretty cool. And so I wanted to pick this up, and I did on eBay for $26. And I wish I would have picked up the second one, but I remember at the time, like, that one was going for about $60, and so I wasn't sure. I think it's going for well beyond that now. Oh well. Alright, and then to finish off part 1, we got Blackthorne. Another one by Blizzard, or what would become Blizzard anyways. Very cool game, very unique story, and then cool, like, gunplay for sure. This one I picked up for $32.99. So yeah, anyways, that wraps up part 1. So we'll get to part 2 here shortly. But yeah, Super Nintendo, a lot of people's favorite console with some of their favorite games. So what are some of yours? But yeah, anyways, thanks for tuning in and have a good one.